My 5'3" daughter put a boy in the hospital, and I've never been prouder. She was leaving her dance class when two guys from her high school followed her to the empty studio parking lot. The main one was this kid named Tyler, who'd been stalking her for weeks. She'd told me about him before, but I didn't realize how dangerous it had gotten until that night. Tyler grabbed her dance bag and threw it in a puddle, laughing as her shoes and costumes got soaked in the dirty water. Then he cornered her against the building and said he wasn't leaving until she gave him her phone number and agreed to go out with him. My daughter is tiny at 5'3" and maybe 115 pounds. Tyler is a football player, probably 6'2" and 200 pounds. His buddy was filming everything, thinking this was entertainment. What they didn't know is that I've been teaching her martial arts since she was 10, after we had some break-ins in our neighborhood, and I wanted her prepared. When Tyler grabbed her wrist and twisted it behind her back, she didn't panic. She spun around and drove her elbow straight into his solar plexus with perfect form. The impact knocked all the air out of his lungs instantly. Tyler doubled over gasping, and she followed up with a knee to his face that connected with a sickening crack. Blood immediately started pouring from his broken nose as he stumbled backward and fell hard onto the concrete. She calmly collected her wet belongings, called 911, and waited for the ambulance while Tyler lay there holding his face and whimpering. His friend had stopped recording and was just staring in shock at the scene. When I got the call from the hospital, they told me Tyler was having surgery to repair his shattered nose. The doctor mentioned possible permanent damage to his breathing and that his face would need reconstructive work. 3 days later, his parents arrived at our house with threats and demands. They were screaming about how their star quarterback's football career was over and how we needed to pay for everything, including plastic surgery. His mother was hysterical. "Your violent daughter destroyed my baby's face. He might never look normal again. We're suing for assault and demanding she be arrested for this unprovoked attack on our innocent son." I calmly showed them the security footage from the studio that I'd already obtained. We all watched Tyler follow her, throw her belongings, corner her against the wall, and grab her wrist while his friend recorded. We watched my 115-pound daughter defend herself against their 200-pound star athlete who was physically restraining her. The parents went silent as they realized their innocent son was actually a predator caught on camera. Tyler's father wasn't backing down. "I don't care what that footage shows. She could have just complied with his request. She didn't have to permanently disfigure his face." That's when I lost my patience completely. "Your son has been stalking my daughter for weeks," I said firmly. "He followed her to an isolated location, destroyed her property, and physically assaulted her. She defended herself. End of story." They took us to court anyway, spending thousands on lawyers demanding justice for their ruined son. The case lasted 1 day. The jury watched the security footage and heard testimony about weeks of harassment and stalking behavior. Then they watched a 115-pound girl defend herself against a predator who outweighed her by 85 pounds. The judge dismissed all charges and suggested Tyler's family be grateful my daughter wasn't pressing counter charges. While walking out of the courthouse, I looked Tyler's father straight in the eye and said, "Maybe teach your son that no means no instead of teaching him that girls owe him something." Tyler transferred schools, and my daughter